Hello and welcome to another episode, another video, or whatever you want to call it, of Coffee and Stocks. In today's video, we're going to talk about if the market got better after yesterday's bloodbath or not, as well as SBE. But before we get started, how about we get some coffee? All right, I want to get one thing straight, and that I am not a financial advisor, so please do not take my words as advice. Please don't forget to drop a like on this video as well as subscribe, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. Don't forget, today's video is the last time you could comment on the section below. Obviously just comment in any one of the videos since Sunday, and that will get you a entry to win a $20 e-gift card. So don't forget to subscribe, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. All right, so let's talk about this. Nasdaq up 39.28, which is green 37. The S&P 500 up 0.3%, and the Dow up 0.20. That honestly is way better than what we had yesterday, which yesterday was kind of a bloodbath. If we look at the heat map over here, we'll look and see that everything looks better already. There's a lot of green everywhere. Apple up 1.06%. Hasn't been up in like the past 5 days, I think it was. So that's always good to see. Amazon up as well. The only company that was up yesterday was Nike. Now it's down 1.93%. It's kind of funny how it goes, but anyways, it looks way better than it does yesterday, or than it did yesterday. But the company that I do want to talk about is SBE, Switchback Energy, right? So Switchback Energy currently going for $12.46. It is up 27 cents, which is 2.21%. After hours, because I am recording this after hours, obviously, it's up 1.52%, which is pretty good. And this is for the 1 day mark. For the 5 day mark, you can see here that it's down 11%. Obviously, we had that day yesterday that was freaking horrible. It was horrible. It was down, what is that, 9%? Not too bad, but obviously there is one thing that gets us pretty excited, and that is Chargepoint confirms it will become public via merger with SPAC, Switchback Energy Acquisition. So Chargepoint, I made a video about it. They confirmed. Remember, this was a rumor that they were gonna merge, right? So Chargepoint Inc., a leading electric vehicle EV charging network, and Switchback Energy Acquisition Corporation, blah blah blah, a publicly focused on the energy sector, today announced the signing of a definite business combination agreement. Chargepoint expects to use transaction proceedings to expand its reach in North America and Europe, further enhance its technology portfolio, and significantly scale its commercial fleet and residential businesses ahead of the anticipated introduction of the increasing number of new EV models and rising EV penetration. All right, so let's talk about more on this, right? So over here we have a nice little section from Yahoo Finance from Ben Clayman. Chargepoint, one of the oldest and largest electric vehicle charging networks, said on Thursday, this morning, it will go public by merging with Switchback Energy Acquisition in a deal that values the company at $2.4 billion. That's freaking huge right there, right? The deal is expected to close near the end of the year, and the company will be named Chargepoint Holdings Inc. A trading symbol on the New York Stock Exchange has not been identified, so we'll keep an eye on this. Reuters last week reported that Chargepoint and Switchback were nearing a deal. Obviously, I did a video about it last week, so if you guys want to see more information on that, just go ahead and click on the subscribe button and go to the channel. Switchback is a special purpose acquisition company. SPAC raised $300 million in an initial public offering in July 2019. The EV charging industry is accelerating, and is expected to charging infrastructure investment will be $190 billion by 2030. I mean, right now, 2020, you hold this for 10 years, right? It's going to be a nice growth. It will be, you know, going from the 2.4 billion to 190 billion. Like, ooh, that's a lot of growth. Chief Executive Scott Neal said, "We believe Chargepoint will continue to grow a strong market position as the EV industry evolves. The deal will raise about $493 million in proceeds that Chargepoint will use to expand in North America and Europe. This includes $225 million from Bailey Gifford, Neuberg Berman, alternative advisors, and other institutional investors. Bailey is one of the largest shareholders in EV segment traders, leader Tesla. So that's pretty interesting to see that one of the largest shareholders in Tesla is also investing in SBE and Chargepoint. Being ready to the public means that you're investing in scaling the platforms you already have, because this addressable market is very, very large. Chargepoint Chief Executive Pascal Romano, who will continue to lead the company after the deal closes. So that is pretty cool. A SPAC, obviously we all know what a SPAC is. Other EV companies with SPAC deals include Fisker, Lordstown Motors, and Canoo. Electric and fuel cell vehicle startup Nikola, which obviously wasn't doing that well, which has been called a fraud by a short seller and seen its founder resign in another. So it's pretty interesting how we see all this this merger and confirmed merger now. So it's pretty good to have this in your portfolio, or at least do some of the homework so you guys do start a position in this company. Chargepoint operates more than 115,000 charging ports globally, right? Mostly in North America. And previously said it's aiming to increase to 2.5 million charging ports globally, right? By 2025. That's freaking crazy. From 115,000 to 2.5 million charge points. Chargepoint's revenue was $147 million last year, and its forecast grows to more than $2 billion in 2026. According to the slides presented to investors, it expects an operating profit of $86 million in 2024, from a net loss of $133 million in 2019. And $340 million profit in 2026. Like, it's huge that we see this company right now at its early stages, but yet we see that it could, increase dramatically within the next 4 years, right? So, and in the next 6 years, I mean, 86 million in 2024, and then $340 million in profit by 2026. That's an incredible increase in profit. And if you guys don't know much about Chargepoint, we do see that it has a vision in the future. They work with businesses, with fleets, with drivers. You have access to hundreds of thousands of places to charge. They do it all. 82.4 million chargers delivered and counting. I mean, if you guys want more specific on this thing, I did do a video. Go ahead and click on that video. But they are doing quite a bit of stuff, right? And this is some of the facts that they put out in September of this year, and I just want to quickly go about it so I don't make a huge video on this. We already know that they have hundreds of thousands of places, more than 82 million chargers delivered. Someone clicks on it, someone charges from their network every 2 seconds. They've done 98 million, they've avoided 98 million gallons of gas, which is great. 2 billion electric miles have been driven, which is amazing. But right here, partners, right? Car makers, BMW, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Delmet, Fiat, Hyundai, Nissan, Mercedes, Smart USA, Toyota, and Volkswagen. Like, it's one of the major car companies out there. You know what I mean? Employers, you have 3M, Dell, eBay, GM, Google, LinkedIn, Johnson & Johnson, Kohl's, Safeway. Like, they even work with the government. It's like, honestly, guys, if you guys don't have a position in this is just screaming at you guys huge potential, right? And don't be scared, because the market yesterday was kind of crazy. A lot of people were like, hey, is this ever gonna go up? Yes, We did see that yesterday it just dropped dramatically. I mean, Workhorse hasn't been doing that great lately, but it was going for, you know, at the lowest of $20, and then it increased, you know, in 3 hours it increased $2. This was down here is a perfect opportunity for you guys to jump in. So don't forget, you guys could always take advantage of that. Don't panic. Don't start selling off like crazy. Like this yesterday. This was yesterday, right? So they were down 15%, and then since this morning, they're up more than 11%, going from the low of $37.72. You know, it's definitely something that you guys could definitely get into. I know I saw this morning at like, oh, was it $34 or something like that? It was kind of scary. You know, $40 isn't our typical $48, but I mean, $40 is better than 37, is better than 34, is better than 33, right? We also see at Diamond Peak over here, you know, in the 5-day chart, they are down 23%, but it's better since this morning. You know, it's up more than 7.3%. It was going for $20, you know, coming from a $24. That might be a little scary, but don't panic. Don't get too crazy. Don't start selling off. I know some of the listeners, you know, and viewers were saying, hey, what if I have contracts and all that stuff? If you guys have contracts for tomorrow, that might be scary and you might want to pull out. But if it's for next week or something, you know, especially coming from Tortoise Acquisition, that they have the voting next Monday on the 28th, make sure you guys don't panic. Wait. We all know that SPACs have high volatility, and you guys should be pretty used to this high volatility in SPACs, because you know you never know when news are gonna come in. You know, the hype pops in, and if you bought super high and it just drops and has a little bit of correction, you guys might feel a little scary. But guys, if you believe in the company, you believe in the merger, you know, it's gonna give you profits. Don't worry about it. Like me personally, I've lost money on it, but I'm not worrying about it. Anyways, that was today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it. You know, SBE making the merger happen, Chargepoint making the merger happen is going to be worth $2.6 billion. It's going to be great. Don't forget to drop a like on this video as well as to subscribe, because it does go a long way in supporting the channel. This video is the last time you could comment on the section below, and you guys have an entry point, for the $20 e-gift card for tomorrow that I will be pulling out the winner. All right, so see you guys next time on Coffee and Stocks.